In this week's episode, we have Penzance leaving us to go down to Cornwall. We're starting the removal of 39 modular bays up in Stafford. We've got a big painting project in Stockport. The van takes a whack, and I think I'm starting to learn the highs and the lows of the YouTube life. I'm Matt Tranter, and this is episode number 3 of Inside the Box. It's Monday, it is 7:15, and I am on my way into work. I had an absolutely awesome holiday last week. Apologies again for not getting episode 3 out when I said that I was going to get it out, but even though I need to have holidays every so often, so we had an absolutely brilliant break. The guys did some really good work last week. I know. So a big appreciation needs to go to Steve, to Chloe, and all the lads in the yard for keeping the business going while all of us went away to celebrate my father's sort of 70th birthday down in the Cotswolds. So a big round of applause to them. We've got a lot on today. Penzance is leaving the yard, so we've got the lorries and the cranes in this morning. We've got the modular removal for the 39 bays coming out of Stafford, which Ray's up there leading that project today. So we've got the aircon guys and we've got the electricians up on site starting their strip today. We've also, which is the most exciting part, we are finally going to move into our new office block. So moving out of our old offices, which is going to be an emotional time. They did very well for us over the years, but it's time for a fresh start. It's time for a new beginning. It's going to help us expand the business. It's obviously going to allow us to bring more clients and more suppliers down to the office to showcase what we can do and have a much nicer setting to be able to welcome them when they come down to visit the business. So yeah, let's get to the depot. Let's go and have a look at what we've got going on and see how everyone is today. Okay, so it is moving day. We are lifting the Penzance project up and getting ready to load it onto the lorries. We'll get some footage of that going on there. Got the big crane in. AMC are the transport company who are subbing to us from Limers, who do a lot of our transport. What we got? Here's another one just backing down now. So because the loads are 3.5 metres tall, we've had to put them onto the step frame trailers. Obviously you can see it keeps it a lot lower down to the ground. Unfortunately, even though the loads are only 5 metres long, we can only get one section on each lorry. It's a very expensive way of doing the transport for such a small box. So as you've seen, today has been a huge moving day for us. We've got Penzance going out the yard with the crane, with the lorries, and the other momentous thing that we've finally managed to do, we've moved out of our beloved temporary offices that we've had for, I don't know, 5 years. But just in these, just for all you people out there who are thinking that you need to have huge fancy places, fancy offices, bearing in mind we sell them, so you know, don't discount it too much, but we've turned over £10 million out of these offices in the last 7 years. Sad times. So obviously exciting times that we are moving into our new offices, and all the guys, girls have been moving over there this morning. Let's give you a little sneaky peek. I will probably do a proper video of it at some point, but just as we're getting set up. Give us a wave, team.
Hi.
Okay, so we are in, and this is my new home. So when the office's videos are going through and what we're doing, this is going to be my angle. So we're probably not going to have a filing cabinet in the middle of the office, and we've got to stack out all the new shelves and stuff. But it is pretty cool, isn't it? Very happy to be in here. This is the 39 bay modular building that we are stripping up in Stafford, right next to the M6 at the moment. Today we've got the electricians and the aircon company on site who are doing the internal removal of those items, ready for us to start the stripping of the outside of the building, which will probably start around Thursday. As you can see, the building is split into 3 separate sections: a 20 bay, a 16 bay and a 3 bay. Alright guys, it is the end of Monday. It's been a pretty busy day. There's a lot been going on in the office. Obviously, moving to our brand new place has been pretty cool. I think we're all looking to getting fully moved in when we've got a lot of paperwork and files and stuff all to move across from the old offices. But it's going to be it's the start of a new beginning over here. We haven't actually managed to make a sale today. So I think it's going to be a bit of a competition between us all of who's going to get the first sale in the new offices. We've got obviously you've seen the Penzance building go out. We've moved over here. We've got the modular job for the 39 sections. That's sort of on day one of the strip today. Aircon and the electrics have been taken out. Ray's up there running that job. We've got some big projects obviously come through on the inquiry side of thing, which we've just got to work out for some quotations. But as far as Monday goes, I think that's it, over and out, and I'll see you guys in the morning for Tuesday. Good morning, you beautiful humans. It is Tuesday morning, 7 o'clock. And it's my first full day in our new office, and I'm going to be honest, I'm feeling invigorated. I'm feeling up for it. The possibilities of sort of what this could be for us and what this can do is going to be really exciting. So I've got some hoovering to do to clean the carpet up from where we're moving stuff across yesterday, and we've still got a lot of stuff to move across today. But yeah, it's an exciting time to obviously move across new offices, welcome some suppliers and customers down now to come and see the building and see what they think and sort of show what we can do. We've still got some work on the inside and the outside to complete, but at least all the infrastructure in terms of the internet, the phones, the computers. Well, the old computers are in here at the minute, but we've got the new computers coming in a couple of weeks from the company Tech Care that I spoke to you about in episode 1 and episode 2. So we're looking forward to working with those guys. This morning, obviously, we've got the Penzance project going in. So Steve's down there with the guys leading that. They had a very nice night yesterday when they finally got down to their accommodation for the week. So I'll put a little video of that in now for you to have a look at where they're staying. as you can see, that's a pretty cool property overlooking the sea there. They're all out on the terrace yesterday evening enjoying a beer, which is good for team bonding. Obviously not all the team's gone, so I probably owe another couple of the guys a similar experience, which we'll hopefully get sorted soon for them. I've only got two of the lads in the depot today. They were meant to be on a project in Stockport, but we checked the weather because they were doing some external painting, and we decided not to send them today. There's no point having brand new paint go on in the rain. It's just going to ruin the finish and flatten the paint out and obviously create those little bumps. So they're going to carry on in the depot. They'll either come and help us in the office with some of the work that they've got, or we've got a 3-bay, a 6-bay, a 2-bay, the 14-bay for Telford, obviously, that we're working on.
But obviously it needs to be put into production as quick as we can.
Yes, well, I mean, cause the other thing is, so Telford's been pushed back now a little bit.
Again?
Yeah, it's September now. So they've got issues. They haven't issued the revised program as yet. I think they've got some discussions to do, but yeah, it looks like that one's going back. So we will have availability sort of July, but I mean, if we can get another couple of weeks, it would be helpful. So it's quite easy for me some days that when the guys are all out on site, that don't get out into the yard as much to go and have a look at the progress on the jobs. Obviously the guys are normally asking me questions, so they want me to come out and just give them my 10 pence worth on sort of what they're doing. But obviously while we were off last week, the entire front elevation of the building has now been completely clad. All the fascias, all the roof linings are on, the doors and the windows are in. So as you'll see, around the edge of the windows, we've got this gap. So we're going to put a piece of timber in there to create a window reveal around the windows and all of the doors, which will then have a uniform line that runs all the way down to the end of the buildings. We're going to have covers then that go over the top of all the legs and the uprights, obviously to finish them off. But we are building a full timber canopy across this whole area, which comes out 2.4 metres, which is going to create a covered play area for the kids. So obviously in bad weather conditions, they've got somewhere nice to go and to still be outside, but obviously just give them a little bit of shelter. So we've got all that going across there, but the timber will then be fixed into these uprights, so it gives it a really, really strong fixing. And you'll just see from around the outside of sort of the original multi-pro finish, which obviously gives it an amount of fire protection underneath as well. This is obviously how the building started. This will have the rest of the waterproof membrane put across it, and then have the same lath and battening as we've done before. But yeah, again, you really sort of see now how the project starts to come together as we start picking up the cladding. And I got to say, the colour of this stuff looks absolutely amazing. Currently waiting for Brad from our marketing team that we outsource the marketing and the SEOs and the website to come in. He's just going to have a sit down, have a chat about where the rankings are at, how we're getting on. I think we've been with them about 8 months now, 10 months maybe, somewhere around that. So they built our 2 new websites and they're absolutely fantastic. We really like them. We're getting a lot of praise for sort of how they are to use from people using them, how they look. So it's been a really good investment in that part of the business for us. But obviously they also manage our SEO, which is a search engine optimization, so your rankings on Google and the other search engines. So Brad's just going to sit down with me, tell her how we're getting on, and we're maybe going to then have a look at different tactics, different budgets, of different words that we might target to try and keep us at the top of our searches, or at least as the best that our budget can handle at the moment. And possibly, I'm sure they're going to ask us to expand the budget, but we'll see how that goes from there. So He should be here shortly, and I'll bring you a couple of snippets of the meeting of what we're going to be talking about. Pretty good.
Yeah, again, it's giving you a good indication. So there's 97 that you rank on the first page of Google, which is anyone who's going to do any business really is going to be on that page. It's nice to see big movements as well. So from position 91 up to 3, it's always good. And we're holding these strong. Anything that's got a yellow tab next to it is brand new. So you didn't previously rank for it. So portable buildings near me, for example, it's a very low, end of funnel, highly converting keyword, not high volume, but very good to be ranking for. And you're now in the second position, which is fantastic. So that's the sort of stuff we would want to see.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's going to be an influx of inquiries, and at the moment we are very comfortable with where we're able to sort of organically grow.
Yeah.
Now I've got some big. There you go. Your boss has just messaged me.
What's he saying?
He's saying.
He's making sure I'm actually here or not.
Just seen a YouTube channel and watched a bit, mate. It's fucking class. Fair play. I'd love to do something like that, but don't have the bollocks. Well, you're on it now, pal. So there you go. News from the front of Penzance. The van has had an accident, and I've got a very upset Brad. Okay, it is the end of Tuesday. Had a really good day. Obviously, Penzance has gone in and the lads have done an absolute treat on getting that building in. The customer seems happy. Steve seems happy. He was obviously leading the project down there, and I think the guys are enjoying the accommodation that they're staying in the yard and in the office. Obviously we've been moving more bits and pieces, lots of paperwork. We've had Brad in to come and talk to us about our marketing, our SEO, of where we're going to go in the future and different options of what we've got there. And, it's nice to get into our new meeting room where I'm sat now, which is, it's going to be a great facility for us to obviously speak to clients, speak to customers, speak to more suppliers and welcome you guys down here. And that's something else that I want to get across is that, as these companies come in and we work with them and we build up really good relationships, I want to be able to sort of showcase to other people, whether it's in the construction industry, in the modular building industry, other businesses that we work with, if I can sort of promote them, show them around as well, and hopefully give those guys a little bit of exposure on the channel, they might get some work from it as well. We try to be a proactive bunch here at MPB, and if we can point out to you people out there that there are some great businesses that you've maybe not considered using in the future, this may act as a little bit of a testimonial. So obviously, as people come in, we deal with a lot of varied industries in terms of suppliers. We've got some great people in insurance, we've got some great people in transport. Builders, merchants, bits and pieces like that. So, hopefully in the coming days, weeks, months, however long I choose to do this for, I can bring you guys some interesting other businesses, maybe even get the people on if they're happy coming on camera like Brad was today. So for Tuesday, had a good day, but I will see you tomorrow for Wednesday. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It is Wednesday. I am in early, which means I'm allowed to do silly things like using a fork as a microphone and wear sunglasses in the office. I'm starting to realise that trying to film an episode of this by yourself with no other input from anybody else whilst you had a holiday last week and now you've got to catch up with everything that you missed last week. This week, it means that essentially you've got a lot of paperwork and a lot of drawings and a lot of quotes to do. And it basically boils down to the fact that I am going to be spending most of today in front of the computer. However, the guys are doing a fantastic job down in Penzance. Just after the first day, they've already made so much progress. We've got carpets going down, we've got cladding going on, the electrics are being joined up, and I believe we've already got lights on. So I'm going to put a few photos up of what the guys have been up to. I haven't got video footage down there, unfortunately, but you can at least see a couple of images of what they've been doing. Steve's back in the office today. He's going to be in here this morning, and then he's shooting over to Stafford to go and oversee some of the works on the 39 bays that we're removing out of Stafford next to the M6. In the yard, there's not much happening because most of the guys are out on site. Again, Rich and Chris are up in Stockport working on the painting job. Then we've got a few deliveries coming in later today. But other than that, it's just a busy day in front of the computer. I'm going to go and get on with that before all the rest of the guys come in. So we'll see where the rest of the day takes us to. It's best that I do have people watch what I'm doing early on in the morning to stop me making silly mistakes like wearing sunglasses thinking I'm cool. But as you can see, it is just a huge amount of emails, a huge amount of phone calls, lots of drawings, just getting the music on to keep the spirits up. Corrine and Steve did get into the store cupboard just to complete the carpet tiling. It was the only bit of the office that hadn't had the flooring done, whilst I went over to the Telford project. Of the internal plasterboards going around the outside. So this gap above the 2.4 metre plasterboards is going to have a fire rated plasterboard with a FireMate finished all the way across the top around the entirety of the building. And then, like I think I mentioned in episode 1, we will be putting a shadow batten right at the top of this board here, which will hold the grid system for the suspended ceiling. So as all the guys are out on site, it's a little bit quiet here at the moment, but you can see these store cupboards. This is also where the mains electrics are going to be. Now, this one's the one where the main electrics is going into. Just one of the staffs that the guys are using for the doors. This area in here will be the toilets. So we've got an IPS paneling system that's going to go across this entire back wall. This side's obviously finishing off. We've got 2 wash troughs going on this side, and then into here we've got an accessible DDA toilet, which will be finished at that point. And just see all the internal walls, you can just see it up there, have got the insulation in there, which is going to act as the sound dampening, so there'll be no noises coming out of here. It's also just a better environment for the walls. Makes it a lot more insulated, better properties. But yeah, this is coming on really well. This area is the 0 to 2s room, so we've got storeroom, baby changing facility, and one of the kitchenette areas for this room. Back into the main corridor, which you've seen before. That's going to be a visitor and a staff toilet in that room. SLT office, and then the main reception area, which is going to have the window. So there's a nice safeguarding area where either parents or visitors can't get through, because you've got this doorway here, and then there's another doorway just a little bit further down. So yeah, plenty of progress going on in here. This might be the one of the most insignificant purchases of the office, but my little Nespresso machine is pretty awesome, and it comes with a milk frother. Mod cons in this place. Morning, ladies and gentlemen. It is Thursday, but unfortunately I'm not there. While this is being filmed, I am watching my eldest son at his sports day. I'd actually booked the Thursday off for that occasion, so I asked Ray and Steve just to get some video footage around the 39 modular bay removal that we're doing up at Stafford. So you can see the size of the buildings and how they're split, all the bay joints and the air conditioning, the guttering, everything's got to be taken down. We're really looking forward to getting these units back into the depot, and obviously being able to decide what we're going to do about breaking them up for our clients and offering them out as different building options. It's Friday afternoon. I've been stuck in front of the computer today for good things and bad things and jobs moving and problems and all sorts. And I was feeling flat today, just pretty flat. And it's not that I'm ever sort of a down person or an up person. I sort of generally maintain a really really just sort of steady line through everything that I do, but I'm feeling a bit flat. Obviously, all the guys are back now from Penzance. They've done a tremendous job down there. That job's going really well. Got a couple of days next week just to put the external trims around the top just to finish the roof line really nice. We're missing a couple of longer plastic H-section lids for the plasterboards, which the guys have already got set up ready to go, but yeah, you know, a couple of problems. The van getting pranged, not a problem down there, but the Telford job looks like it's now being pushed back from delivery in mid-July, which we're aiming to get finished for. Well, not finished, but get the installation on site, and then we've got the site works to obviously do for the next few weeks. But that looks like it's moved back to possibly the middle of September or the end of September. Which is going to have an impact on work going forward. Then there was a job which was a big job that looked like it was going to be coming off for the summer, which has now been moved to when's that being moved to? That's now been moved to possibly September and October, which means it's going to clash with the Telford job, which is a bit of a pain. On the flip side, we've just had a 10-bay order down towards the London area, which looks like it's going to come off. But again, still not 100% if that's going to happen. And I think just the not knowing of what's happening with these jobs, whether it's coming off, whether it's not, makes it hard to sort of plan in your work exactly about what you're doing when you're not doing it, and the order that you're doing it. So we've got to have a big shuffle round. So basically, I've been sitting down this afternoon trying to make plans for Monday with the jobs that we've got going on, which we know immediately what's happening next week. I know what the guys have got to go and start work on, which is the 3-bay and the 6-bay. So we've got 6-bay double classroom, 3-bay modular office and welfare, which I spoke about earlier in the week. But I need to live 3 months in advance in the future so that I can plan in planning applications, building control applications, material ordering. You know, some of our materials take 6 weeks, like the windows, doors being manufactured. You know, they take a while to get here. So, you know, not fully knowing exactly when the projects are now going ahead or when they're not going ahead. Can we bring in extra work again now? Have we got more capacity? So, yeah, it's just a meh, and my hip's really hurting. So I can't even go and play golf, which is the normal thing that takes my mind off it. So I don't know. It's been a good week, but it's been a week that's just had bitty things going on about it. Obviously, being the first week back off holiday, I had to catch up on a lot of last week's stuff. So I spent a lot of time in front of the computer. A lot of drawings needed to get done. So if Friday's a bit boring, I apologise. I'm sorry it's flat. But, you know, business isn't always good stuff. There's definitely a balance of, you know, not bad stuff, but just stuff that might be a little bit out of your control. And when things are out of your control and in other people's hands, it means that you've got to make compromises and you've got to alter away from the programme that you may have already set. However, things are still good. There's good money in the bank. There's still a lot of inquiries coming through the door. It's now just trying to figure out if I've got the capacity to be able to do more work. But if it changes again, I don't want to take on too much work, so I don't want to let people down. So, hey, that's business. You know, we will keep going. You know, carry on, and whatever that saying is, it's all good. Another thing that I forgot to bring you earlier in the week was the fact that we have now got the first sale in the office, and I'm happy to say that our new girl, Chloe, was the one who's landed it. It's only a little one, but it's still, every sale is important, which is that top box up there, 24x9 anti-vandal, which is been refurbished. We've actually got an inquiry on the bottom one. We've just got to get the door fit into it, but virtually they're all sort of the same kind of feel and layout. So just anti-vandal site offices that have been repainted, refurbished, new electrics with new lighting, heaters, etc. So considering it's her first sale, it's a big well done to Chloe for doing that, and she will forever go down in the history of MPB as the person who got the first order in the new office. However, talking about offices, we've obviously just moved into that one, which was is a momentous occasion to actually finally get in there and get it done. However, we got a building from London, from one of our transport companies who actually removed this building from site, and it was magnificent. But this one, let me just show you. This is going to be MPB Office 2.0. I'll put the pictures up now of exactly how it looked when it was on its previous site. Obviously it had to be all stripped down and prepared for moving, but yeah, eventually, and I say eventually because it took us quite a while to actually get into those offices up there, that this building, which is obviously 2 stories tall, is going to be our new place, our new office. Beautiful glazing like this. But yeah, essentially we are going to need to do a full refurbishment to bring it back up. So this was originally a marketing suite for a big development down in London. But we've got a lot of work now to basically get it replastered, rewired and set up to exactly how we want to do this. And then this will become our new offices. And I think what we'll probably do is either list our existing offices that we just moved into for sale, or possibly just hand it over to the lads and turn it into their new sort of canteen facilities. But this is going to be a project that I'm going to bring to you in the future, but I'll probably say it's going to take 12 to 24 months to do this, with just how busy we are and the work we've got going forward for the future. And we're also in no rush because we've basically just moved into our new offices. But these will be our new offices. Something on those kind of lines anyway. Yeah, look, the ceiling height on this is insane. Just look at those windows. It's beautiful, but it's also an absolute mess as well. So it'll be fun to get this one refurbished and get it done. Chris has been busy, as you can see, painting and cleaning the windows down on the 40x12 office that came in during episode 2. So we've painted the outside in our usual grey colour. You can see there. So this colour's goosewing grey. I think, let's see if he's managed to get inside. Let's go and have a look. Yeah, look at that. So inside already, we've painted all the way through. We've stripped out the old lights that we're going to swap to a new LED lights in there. I think they've left the aircon up at the moment, but we might take that out and put some new stuff in. You can already see how nice this space is looking. A little bit echoey. There was an old partition in, that's gone. So yeah, as far as office that we've bought in already, this one is looking absolutely fantastic. I think I might just get all this stuff moved, get some photos taken and get it put up on the website. It's looking a lot better already. So big kudos to Chris for already getting this done. Apology if he's picking up the echo in the background, but he's already done some fantastic work on this. It's going to make a lovely office for someone. This is absolutely fantastic. So the thing is with YouTube, and obviously putting yourself out there now and doing this, I'm starting to get instant feedback on what people like or what people don't. No, I'm not even getting feedback. I mean, it's my first feel of, if I say disappointment. So I put the trailer out for episode 3, like I tried to do, just to remind people that it's coming out on Sunday, and I put it in 2 places. One, it went onto LinkedIn, but I just posted the video that we put up, and then 2, I put it on YouTube Shorts, and it got more dislikes than it got likes. And I suppose I've got to accept that if you put in yourself out there, if you put in stuff out there, people are going to like it, people are not going to like it. But literally a thumbs down kind of doesn't tell you anything. You know, I want people to be able to sort of give me feedback of whether it's the content that they don't like, the style of content, or whether it's me, virtually. I know there's possibly people that I've either bumped shoulders with in the past, or maybe competitors out there that don't like me, don't like what I'm doing. But I suppose it's my sort of first real feeling of, you know, I suppose it just makes you question of whether it's worth doing it and putting the business out there, putting yourself out there. If people are down, like sort of putting it down, you know, I don't want to offend anyone, I don't want to upset anyone. Yeah, it's just one of those feelings, isn't it, really? I suppose you just got to accept it. I mean, I know there's sort of like a bazillion YouTubers out there that probably have this daily, and there's probably a lot of trolls and stuff like that out there, and I don't know. I suppose it just makes you sort of think in the end of whether you want to be part of that whole scene, and accept that you're going to be criticised, and that not everybody's going to like you, and not everybody wants to see your stuff. But we'll see what happens. That's sort of, I've committed to 5 of these. You know, if I don't like it at the end, is it a great loss? I don't know, but it's just getting hard, I think. Just having to do all the editing, all the work, all the videoing, and then I suppose you get people who don't like it. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's just making me a bit down, a bit flat. But I suppose not everyone's going to like you, which is a bit strange. We'll see. Ladies and gentlemen, it is the end of another week here at Midlands Portable Buildings. I want to thank each and every one of you for tuning in and watching episode number 3 of Inside the Box. Hey, business is a roller coaster, ups, downs, and everything in between. Again, thank you very much for tuning. Please like and subscribe if you've enjoyed what you've watched. You can click here to subscribe to the channel, and you can click here to watch another video from MPB. I will see you guys in episode number 4.